Welcome students, I am Dr. Maria Signola Fernandez, Assistant Professor in Botany, St. Joseph Vaz College, Kottalim, Goa. Welcome to the program Bachelor of Science First Year, Subject Botany, Semester 1, Course Code BOC 101, Course Title Biodiversity 1, under which we study microbes, algae, fungi and bryophytes. Title of the unit Bryophyta, module name Reproduction in Funaria, Sexual Method. In this module, we will study the sexual reproduction in Funaria. By the end of this module, you will understand the structure of Anthridium, the structure of Archegonium, how the fertilization and development of sporophyte, then the dehiscence of the capsule and the dispersal of the spores, and finally the germination of spores and development of primary protonema. Students, now we will study the sexual reproduction in Funaria. Now, Funaria is autocoically monoecious. Now, what do you mean by autocoically monoecious? In this, the male, that is known as the Anthridium, and female reproductive structure, which is known as the Archegonium, they are present on the separate shoots of the same plant. Okay, so this is known as autocoically monoecious. Now, Anthridia are born on main shoot of the plant. The female branch develops as a side shoot and it grows robustly and becomes longer than the male branch. Now we will see what is Anthridium. I told you Anthridium is the male reproductive structure. So Anthridia, they are born in clusters at the apex of the main axis. They are associated with numerous green, sterile, long hair-like multicellular filaments with large capitate heads. They are known as the paraphyses. So the leaves surrounding the anthridial cluster, it will be known as perigonial leaves. They spread out in the form of rosette. It gives as an appearance of rosette, which gives protection to the developing anthridia, and this surrounding the perigonial leaves is known as the perigonium. This diagram shows the male shoot with the anthridia, the paraphysis and the surrounding perigonial leaves. Now you see that there is a tip of male gametophyte. This is the tip of male gametophyte. Then you see the development of the young anthridia. This is the young anthridia. This is the anthridia in the cross section. Okay. Then this is the anthridia in the side view. You see the multicellular filaments here and with a capitate head, which is known as the paraphysis. And here the anthridia, they are protected by these perigonial leaves in section. These are the perigonial leaves which protects the developing anthridia. Now the structure of mature anthridium. You see here the picture. The picture shows with the neat label diagram here. It is the mature anthridium which is differentiated into a short stalk, and there is a multicellular. This is the short stalk and a multicellular stalk, and then there is an elongated club-shaped body. The body has a sterile jacket layer of polyhedral mass of androcytes. Now there is a operculum or lead at the apex. Here there is the operculum or the lead at the apex. The mature anthridia, it dehisces only in the presence of water. Liberated sperm is elongated. It is spirally coiled and it is biflagellate in structure. You can see here these are the developing sperm which is elongated. It is spirally coiled and they are biflagellate. Next is the archegonium. Archegonium is the female reproductive structure. So here you can see in the picture how the female branch showing the archegonia which is surrounded by the perigonial leaves. Now, archegonial branch, it springs from the base of the male shoot. The archegonia, they are aggregated into terminal cluster. They stand erect at the apex of the female receptacle. intermingled with the paraphysis. It is surrounded by the pericytial leaves, which constitutes the pericytium. And this pericytium, it protects the developing archegonia. Now the structure of mature archegonium. In this diagram, you can see there is a structure of mature archegonium. It consists of a stalk. It has a basal swollen venter and an elongated neck region. So this neck is slightly long, it is tubular and it looks like a twisted neck. It consists of 6 rows of neck cells which encloses axial row of 10 or more intensely protoplasmic neck canal cells. The archegonial jacket is single layered, thick in neck region and it is double layered in the region of the venter. This venter, it contains the ventral canal cell and it contains the egg. Now, next part is the fertilization. So, at maturity, both this neck canal cell and the ventral canal cell, it will degenerate and it will become mucilaginous. So, this mucilaginous, it will fill the neck canal, it will absorb water and it will swell. Now, this will result in the separation of the terminal cell. So, this will provide the way to the egg cell. Now, many sperms will enter through this way to reach the egg cell. Of this, only one sperm will fuse with the egg and it will give rise to zygote. Now, zygote, it will divide in the archegonial venter and it will form the multicellular embryo which develops into the sporophyte. Now, the sporophyte which is formed is the diploid stage in the life cycle of Funaria. Now, the development of the sporophyte. The mature sporophyte is differentiated into foot, a long seta and a pure capsule at the tip. At maturity, the operculum begins to dry, which leads to the dehiscence of the capsule and finally there is a dispersal of spores. Now, under favorable conditions, the spores, they will germinate. So, during germination, the exine, it will rupture and the intine, it will protrude out as a germ tube and that will elongate and then it will septate and then it will produce a filamentous primary protonema. So, this is the haploid stage in the life cycle of Funaria. These are the references. Thank you.